Welcome to the Nonprofit Exchange. This is episode 415. Every one of them's a gem, and today is no exception. So you can find us at the Nonprofit Exchange, Nonprofit Exchange. I'm Hugh Ballou, .org, sorry, the nonprofitexchange.org. I'm Hugh Ballou, founder and president of CenterVision. That's the synergy of the vision that we represent as leaders, CenterVision Leadership Foundation. And I have a special guest. I'm in America today, and Rupal Patel is in the London, England area. So Rupal, welcome to the Nonprofit Exchange. Tell people a little bit about you, your background, and your passion for the work that you do. And by the way, the title that you've chosen for us today is Impactful Leadership and Mastering the Head Game of High Performance, from CIA to CEO. Rupal, welcome.
Thank you,
Rupal.
Hugh. Yeah, Rupal. Yeah, thank you for having me, Hugh. So what do I do? Well, as the title would suggest, I spent part of my career at the Central Intelligence Agency, and I left that world behind just over 10 years ago and moved into the private sector. And the first thing I did after I left the agency was, well, went to business school. And during business school, started my first company, and then now have started, scaled, and grown two of my own organizations. And I guess the sort of the red thread, that has carried through from not just my career, but also in everything that I was sort of naturally drawn to, even much earlier than as a, sort of a young adult just starting out, is I love solving problems. I love helping others solve problems. And I really like naughty, challenging, big messes, because I think that is when so many people throw their hands up in despair and say, oh, well, this is beyond me. This is outside of my abilities, or I can't do anything with this. It's too complicated. And that's when I love going in and just breaking things down to their essence and helping those who are trying to make decisions.
Love it. Love it. Now, this thing, CIA to CEO, that's a book,
Mm.
is
It
that
is a book. It is a book that I wrote, came out last year, and it came out in paperback version this year. And it basically encapsulates a lot of the lessons, the mindset techniques, and the practical, tangible techniques that I was either trained in or developed in my career from, working in the CIA into moving into, being a CEO of my own companies, and all of those skills that are transferable in any context. So it's not just about the subtitle says it more accurately to some extent. It's unconventional life lessons for thinking bigger, leading better, and being bolder. And it is true whether you want to apply them in a business context, in a personal context, in any other context, in the many sort of layers of each of our lives and all of the many hats we wear, the skills and the tips and the techniques are applicable anywhere.
what do you want to leave people with today?
I think the main thing I want to leave everyone with is do whatever you can about whatever it is that you care about. Because the problems of the world, the things that are important to us can feel so enormous, so overwhelming, so outside of our control or our reach. And I often use the analogy, don't try to boil the ocean. You cannot boil the ocean, but you can boil one bucketful at a time. And so do whatever you can with that bucket. Make a phone call, register to vote, reach out to a donor, help the person next door to you. You don't have to change the world by yourself overnight, but you can do something. And then ideally do it consistently. Do one thing that will have a positive impact every single day. Focus on the things that you can control, and then where relevant or where possible, work with others who are trying to do the same thing to make a uh, positive change or a positive impact. But yeah, just do something. You are not helpless. You are not powerless. Do whatever you can to fix whatever it is that you can.
You heard it right here on the Nonprofit Exchange. Rupal Patel, thank you so much for being our guest today.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Hugh.